Yes, it's that time again when I talk about the Palace game in retrospect. So, as always, I'm going to be leaving spoilers here. If you haven't seen the game yet or listened to it and you want to go and do so, I recommend you do so now and then come back afterwards to hear what I have to say. My name is Stephen Dawes. This is Palace to the Core, and I hope that you're having a good weekend. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to carry on hearing all the latest news, views, and reviews from Crystal Palace. And this is where you're going to find it. Okay, so I knew the game against Newcastle was going to be a tough one. I knew it was. The last time we played Newcastle, they were very strong, very resilient. They've added players to their squad since then, and again, it was a very dogged performance by Newcastle. They closed us down really well. They were fighting in midfield for every ball, and I knew that was going to be the case. I did think that we would be able to win because for one reason they didn't have Saint Maxim. And I think that was probably one of the keys to the game. I think if he had been fit and playing, might have been a different outcome, but he wasn't, and I think we had to take that opportunity to work our magic that we had done under Patrick Vieira in the past. Unfortunately, I mean, the lineup was a 4-3-3 again, and similar situation to what it's been in the past with the 4-3-3, similar setup, similar players. And Mateta up front on his own, and the first half was really mostly them. I mean, we did have a couple of chances. Mateta had a fantastic turner shot that was saved. And I think that Mateta did the best that he possibly could. He's not really a goal poacher. I mean, yes, he will turn and try and take a shot, and he did try to get on the ball in times and things like that. But he's not very effective in games when we don't have the ball, and because we can't get the ball to him. And although he does come deep to try and get the ball, it doesn't always work that well. And I think that he doesn't quite have what it takes to actually just be a goal poacher and just put his foot through something. The kind of player that can get the ball in halfway, pass it wide, and then run into the box and get on the end of the cross. That's the type of player that I think that we need, and I'm not sure we have that at the moment. Edouard came on in the second half and I think played well. He had a good little tussle in the box and then got a shot away, which Pope saved again. And I think that he was probably a little bit different in the way he played, which I think caused Newcastle a few more problems. But again, not really that type of player that comes deep, gets the ball and does something with it, which I think we do lack at the moment. But you've heard me say that before, so that's nothing new. It was a tough first half. We worked really hard. I think defensively we were quite good. We rode our luck in that game, and so did Newcastle. On another day it could have been 1-0 to them or 1-0 to us, but I think we both rode our luck really well. Second half, I say we were fighting really hard, and things were kind of, we were under the cosh for long periods of time, and I was worried sometimes that we were sitting too far back. Yes, Newcastle was stopping us of coming forward, and that was of course true, but I felt we were sitting back a little bit too much and not. I didn't see many of those wonderful crossfield balls from Anderson or things like that were getting players into good positions, and Newcastle were doing well at closing us down and stopping that kind of play from happening. And that was a bit of an issue for us, that we weren't able to get our usual outlets that we normally do. Second half, I think it kind of started off the same type of way. Again, we were under the cosh for periods of time. But then I think the key element was when we did the substitutions, when Elise came on and went onto that right-hand side, and Ayew went into the middle. And I think we were much better then. I think we played a lot better. Partly, I think, because Ayew had a great game. I mean, I know people have a go at Ayew, but, he's in the team for a reason, and that reason is he's very good at just getting the ball. He's strong, he holds up well, he's able to fight off players and get a good pass in and stuff like that. He's very good at that. And yes, he doesn't score goals really, but he's good in what he does. And I think in the middle he was really good because he was breaking up the play going through the middle of the park, and he was able to put the balls forward or left and right and pass it around a bit. So I think he was actually more effective in the middle. Elise was more effective than Ayew was on that side because he's a bit more creative, and he was able to get past players, and he was able to get the balls, get crosses in and stuff like that. So I think we actually look more of a threat when we put those two players on. And I think that worked out really well for us. In the second half we had more chances and we were able to create more, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. And we came close a couple of times. I said before, Edouard had a go, that was very close, and and both goalkeepers did really well. Gaeta, had a fantastic game, really great saves. He was commanding in the area. He came and got it when he could. He made some good saves, and I think he had a very good game. Doucouré had another fantastic game. Really dominated that midfield. Broke up play, tackled back, did all the things you want of a strong midfielder. Anderson, tower of strength. The number of times he got his head on the ball in the box to get it away, I don't know. But he really was a tower of strength, and it was great to see the whole team working so well together. Zaha was trying to play, but I think he was being a victim of A, not getting the service that he needed, and B, he was being hounded quite a lot by Newcastle and pushed over and kicked and various things. So he wasn't really able to get into the game that he usually gets into, which was a shame for us. And I think that was another reason why we lacked creativity. Eze was good. I mean, Eze tried really hard, as I said, in the middle there, but didn't quite get, for me, enough room or service to actually make things happen, which was a shame. So overall, I think it was difficult. I mean, I don't want to be negative about these things. I feel like we've kind of stepped back a little bit here. That in a way we're not quite as confident going forward and as dominant going forward as we have been. I know we've had a really difficult run of games, and they're not going to get any easier going forward for a little while. But I feel as though that little bit of confidence we had about going forward has dipped a little bit. And that creative outlet that we had has kind of gone. Now, I'm not saying it's because of Conor Gallagher, but we seem to lack a little bit of that forward momentum that we've had last season. But let me know let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. I really would appreciate hearing what you have to say. And I've got an idea for future match reaction videos. I'm thinking about doing these as a live stream. So on the day after the match, coming on and doing a live stream so that we can have a chat about the game, and we can bat scenarios and things backwards and forwards. That's what I'm thinking of doing if I can get everything set up correctly. So let me know in the comments if you think that would be something you would like to watch, a little live stream of me talking about the game afterwards. Thank you as always for joining me, and see you next time.